Tombstone, Arizona Territory. March 24, 1884.
Thank you. You've been very pleasant company, Mr. DeMarini. If you're going to be in Tombstone long, feel free to call on me.
I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon, madame.
Good afternoon.
Oh.
What's going on, mister? These pigs tried to insult me. Next time, I will not be so tolerant.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
DeMarini might be a stranger to Tombstone, but he certainly wasn't any stranger to the gambling tables. I had the feeling I'd heard the name before somewhere. Heard it or read it.
Play these.
2 and make them good ones.
I'll take 1. Your bet.
50 booze.
I call.
Straight flush. 10 high.
Cheating.
You are not a gracious loser.
You're not only a cheat, you're a craw-bellied coward.
Don't let your temper bury you, my friend. We seem to have a seat open. Care to sit in, Sheriff?
No, thank you. It's a little steep.
Too bad. I had a feeling you would be quite an opponent. My deal, I believe.
I've looked through every wanted bulletin in the file. There's just nothing on him.
I didn't think there would be. He's not the ordinary kind found in the wanted circulars.
Sure are serious about this campaign, Harris.
We've got to do something about this town before it's taken over by gamblers and fortune hunters and gunslingers.
Yeah, I know, but DeMarini has to step out of line before the law does anything.
This isn't just DeMarini. It's that whole element. Tombstone's sitting on a hill of silver, so every card sharp and killer has to come here. Well, the Epitaph plans to make it tough on them.
I'll back your play.
Wish they'd answer from St. Louis.
St. Louis?
Yeah, DeMarini had tags on his baggage. Hotel Danton, St. Louis. I wired Johnson to the dispatch. He'll let me know if they've got anything on him.
You sure do seem positive about this DeMarini.
Yeah. Call it intuition if you like. I just know he's up to no good. When he isn't gambling, he's playing the dashing Continental to Carol Thayer and her Soledad mine.
Yeah.
We've been running about 80,000 a month. The deeper we go, the more the grade improves.
You're an amazing woman, Carol.
I don't imagine any woman could amaze you, Raoul.
Oh, you are not any woman. Just like I'm not any man. People like us are different, Carol. As different as high-grade ore from plain dust.
I'm glad I went to St. Louis.
If I had been your husband, I would name this after you.
Silver meant more to him than I did. It finally killed him. He wouldn't wait for the engineers to supervise a shoring in the lower level. He did it himself with a crew of Indians. It collapsed on him. That was 2 years ago.
And you have been alone since then. You're not made for loneliness. You're a woman who should be surrounded with love and gaiety. I make no pretenses to you. All I can offer to you is my name and my love. If I could, I would lay the whole world at your feet. Paris, Vienna, whole Europe. A world of culture that would appreciate you for the lovely being that you are. I would make you forget this burned-out, arid country and people.
I must go home, Raoul.
I'll bet $20 hard cash he wears silk underdrawers. Any man that wears perfume and lace has got to wear silk drawers. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, sure be interesting to find out. But I ain't gonna tangle that pig sticker of his, not me.
What's it worth to find out for sure?
Huh?
I seen Fancy Pants ride out of here a couple hours ago toward the Thayer's place. Give me $10 and I'll be back in 15 minutes for the pair of his drawers. Is it a deal?
Yeah. I'll put $2 in.
Here's a couple.
Who else will chip in?
I got 5.
There's $1. I got 2 over here.
Oh, I think we're wasting our money. He'll never do it.
Oh, yeah?
Thief, stop!
Pity about the wounded boy, Sheriff. Oh. I had no way of knowing he was so young.
I wish I could believe that.
I'd like to talk longer, but the lady's expecting me.
Oh. Well, get on your way. I wouldn't want to hold up your romance.
Au revoir, Sheriff.
Duarte, well known to gambling establishments, St. Louis and New Orleans. Notorious duelist known to have killed 4 men in pistol duels. Claims to be of French nobility. No proof in evidence. Advise you steer clear. Hope this helps. Johnson, dispatch. What are you going to do about this, Harris?
I'm going to print it. Let the people of Tombstone know exactly what DeMarney is.
Well, that's fine, but what about Carol Thayer?
She should be the first to read this. DeMarney's after the Soledad, and she hasn't sense enough to see it.
I don't think she's going to appreciate having the whole territory know that DeMorney's made a fool out of her. That's what'll happen if you print this.
Well, what do you suggest?
Let me show it to her. DeMorney will be on the first stage out.
All right. I hope it works. She's a pretty stubborn girl.
I'm sorry you had to hear it from me, but it's better that way than reading it in the paper.
How dare you? A man couldn't love me for myself. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Listen, Carol.
You listen. Do you think I'm one of your dried-up Tombstone drabs? Look at me. I'm a woman, a very pretty woman.
You're a beautiful woman.
I don't have to buy any man.
I didn't say that.
I know all about Raoul. The men he's killed and the things he's had to stoop to because of people like you. How many men have you killed, Sheriff? And since when is gambling a crime?
Guess I made a mistake coming here.
You did. Now get out of here.
St. Louis reports on De Mornay. The fair city of Tombstone is unwilling to host one Raoul De Mornay.
Now maybe he won't find the picking so easy in Tombstone. Do you think the article might drive him out of town?
I doubt it. His kind don't scare very easy.
Speak of the devil. I rather expected to find you here, Sheriff.
What do you want?
I think you know. Do you consider yourself a gentleman, Mr. Clyburn?
What are you getting at, De Mornay?
I think I know what he means, Clay. Yes, I consider myself a gentleman.
Oh, that pleases me. Accept my insult.
No, Clay. You have my challenge, sir.
You don't have to do this, Harris.
It is a matter of honor. I accept. With great pleasure. Unfortunately, I will have to act as my own second. Due to the shortage of gentlemen in Tombstone. I assume the sheriff will act for you, sir.
What are you after? Another murder?
Murder? No murder. There's no law against dueling in Arizona. Dueling is a part of culture. Man against man with equal weapons.
With a distinct advantage to a killer trained in the use of a dueling pistol.
An art, a refinement, a sophistication foreign to you people.
Foreign to the 4 men you killed?
I should know better than to expect you to know the niceties of gentlemanly combat. Your kind is better suited to brawling with your fists. Or shooting behind protection of wagon wheels.
You all through now?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'd like to slap my face with your little gloves.
I shall be glad to oblige you after I dispose of Mr. Clyburn.
You're pretty sure of yourself.
Positive. If you will act as Mr. Clyburn's second, I will make arrangements now. As a challenge party, I choose pistols at 10 paces. Perhaps you can suggest a location and time.
Tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, San Pedro Wash.
Excellent. Good night, gentlemen.
I've got an idea, Harris. It might work.
Well, what do you mean, Clay?
Well, as your second, I could substitute for you. It's perfectly within the dueling code. I know that much about it.
I'm fighting my own battles, Clay. There'll be no substitutions.
Look, Harris, you're a fine shot. But this is like putting a good fighter in the ring with a professional boxer.
I can't let any man put me in the position to be called a coward.
You're no coward.
Thanks.
since the weapons are mine, you might wish to try a shot before.
Go on, Harris. Give you an idea how they balance.
That might be a good target. If you are kind enough to reload, we can get on with this business. It is not too late. I'm willing to forget the whole matter if you print a public retraction and apology.
I challenged you, De Morani. There'll be no retractions or apologies.
As you wish. After you.
The first choice is yours, sir.
At the word march, you'll each take 5 paces to my count. At the 5th pace, you can turn and fire at will. Are you ready?
Ready.
March. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not ready to shoot. Perhaps tomorrow or another day. I'll let you know.
What are you trying, De Mornay?
Very simple. Mr. Clyburn owes me return of fire. I have the right to collect any time I choose. It's part of Code Duello.
He's right, Clay. He's got the call on me whenever he wants it.
Let's see that you remember that.
You were wonderful.
Oh, there is no satisfaction to take his miserable life.
De Mornay.
What now, Sheriff?
You use every trick in the book, don't you?
Trick?
Mm-hmm. That black suit against the trees. The way you stand to present the smallest possible target.
Mr. Clyburn could have done the same.
But you counted on his not thinking of it. He's never fought a duel before. How many have you fought, De Mornay?
Oh, you're beginning to tire me, Sheriff.
You really stack the deck, don't you, gambler?
What did you say?
No wonder you let Clyburn take the test shot. You knew then that he couldn't hit you at a distance. If he'd proved to be an extremely good duelist, you would have fired before he had a chance to, wouldn't you? And another thing. You knew that if you killed him, you'd have me to fight next. All this talk about being a cultured gentleman makes it easy for you to weasel out of a duel that might go against you, doesn't it? Thought you'd never get around to that.
Are you a gentleman?
At your service, monsieur.
Nobody can talk to me like that.
I'll use my own iron.
That gun against the most delicate weapon the world knows?
Well, I guess that's what it is. It's the new world against yours. Your world's old, De Mornay.
One of honor.
One bullet, of course.
That's the code.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now we'll fight your way. And mine.
Are you ready? March. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
Something you didn't figure on, DeMorney. You turn sideways to give a small target. Out here we crouch.
It would have been right between your eyes.
But it wasn't. Now I owe you a bullet.
All right. What are you waiting for? Get it over with.
No!
Don't you worry, my dear. He hasn't got the stomach for it.
You're right, DeMorney. I can't shoot a man in cold blood. Either you knew that or you got more courage than I gave you credit for.
I don't imagine you'll ever know, Sheriff.
I'll know soon enough, because I'm not going to kill you. Hold it! I didn't say I wasn't going to take my shot. There's nothing in the dueling code says I have to shoot to kill. Now, do you know what I'm getting at?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you're quite a card player in addition to being an excellent pistol shot. So I've got a proposition for you.
Go on.
First of all, forget that you owe the editor a bullet. Secondly, get out of Tombstone today.
Or
I put a bullet through your right wrist.
I don't understand you.
Without your right hand, you're as good as dead, DeMorney. No more duels, no more cheating at cards. You might even have to work.
You're an uncivilized savage.
To your way of thinking, maybe we are uncivilized. But this is a new country out here, and we got new rules. Take my advice. Get used to them or get out. You got 10 seconds to make up your mind. Five seconds. Time's up, DeMorney.
I accept your terms. Sorry, my dear. I'm afraid in my own selfish way I have grown to love you.
I'll go with you. Nobody can stop me.
I guess I'll never understand women.
Does anybody?
Mrs. Thayer and I are leaving Tombstone to be married. Will you accept my hand in sincere apology? I want to try living in this new world of yours. You said it has a new set of rules.
That's right.
Well, surely there must be a room for apology in those rooms. Ready?
Well, what do you think? Understanding comes hard sometimes. But it's worth it in the end.
Whistle me up a memory. Whistle me back where I want to be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory. Whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.